Hey, my name is Joe Scorsone. I'm a musician in a band called Flintface, and I have a company that makes stuff called the Flintface woodshop. I never really had a lot of money, so I would always find creative ways to make stuff that I couldn't afford, and sometimes I wanted stuff that just didn't exist, so I'd figure out a way to make it. I have another channel for my music and podcasts and stuff, but I really wanted to just create a channel where I could just talk about my personal hobbies like car audio, car stuff, creating stuff for my live show like stage design, lighting, things like that, sound system stuff. Also, I want to talk about like shop stuff, woodshop stuff, just stuff I like. So I figured the best way to start this new channel would be to clean up crap. Just you know, start with a fresh, clean shop and let you know what I'm working with here. Okay, real quick, I just want to say thanks for bearing with me. I'm new at this style or format video, so if it seems a little clumsy, it is, but I'm getting used to it. It'll get better. Let's keep going. So I just want to quickly explain this contraption on the side of my CNC casing. Back in the day, we used to sell our products to like over 100 retailers. We were on all the major online platforms, shipping around the world, that kind of stuff, and it seemed like everybody required a well-lit photo with a white background. And so we were coming out with new designs almost every month, and so to go to a professional photographer would have been costly, and also we didn't really have any means of dust collection. We were running the whole thing on 20 amps, which was crazy, and so to have a designated space, it would have always been filthy. And secondly, I'm a big believer in multi-purposing a space. So if you're going to waste square footage or take up square footage on something, it should do multiple things because square footage is money. So this was a great solution. It would just fold down, click on the lights, take a photo, fold it back up, and upload it, and it was done. Is that Bubba? It's a good idea. Well, yeah, let's clean up together, and then we'll play Mario Odyssey together. Watch your face, though. I don't want you to... What? Well, I'm moving it out so I can clean up real quick, and then we'll put it all back in, okay? Where'd you go? Yes.
Really big forest.
Yes. I just had a chance to reorganize this after coming home from tour. So this is like all merch. I want to move all the merch from that big Husky to this little Husky, just because it's lighter and smaller. I have 3 of these. One has some issues with the small speakers, so once I fix that, I'll have 3, but right now I have an extra sub, so that's cool. Just cables, pedal board down there. I just made that out of a night vision goggle case, so that was pretty dope. I'll show you that sometime. And this is kind of the heart of my system, like the Philips Hue controller and all that. Extra power, extra cables, old merch up there, newer merch down here, CDs that no one's ever gonna buy here. Bracelets, maybe we'll do some giveaways at some point. This is like a wooden case I made for my last EP on the CNC, and there's little magnets on there, so it just snaps together and just put our initials under it and all. But in theory, it's a really cool idea. Snaps together real nice, but with the inconsistencies of 1/4-inch plywood. Come on out of there, Bubba. Watch your head. Good job. It was just a nightmare to make them. I was just having constant problems. Just cutting too deep, not cutting deep enough, and then you really can't start over because if you change the depth, I don't know, it's just inconsistent. I definitely need to change the wasteboard on this thing. So at some point I'll do that. But really, everything in here, in my old shop, it was an old barn and it was great, nice size. But the problem was it was only 20 amps, so everything. Having like a dust collection system was just impossible. You couldn't run a vacuum in the table saw at the same time or it would just blow the circuit. So this is just double walled, double glassed. So that was running all day. I had a couple of them and it was just like gnawing at your brain. So it keeps it nice and quiet, keeps the dust in there. Same with over here. I just kind of made this weird cloth hood and it actually catches most everything. There's just a little box down there and everything drops in there. And same with the table saw. I just put this because a lot of sawdust blew out of this hole, and I got to put a panel in here. And then put this drawer down here, and it really does catch a ton of sawdust. So although it's not a perfect dust collection system, it's way better than it's way better than it could have been without it. Same with the little router. I wish I could. I don't have a real lift yet. They're very expensive. A good one, like maybe $200, which is a lot of money. So I have this, it's nice and flush, it works, and I just have this to collect dust. Again, it all works, and then, this hole is just a hole. It's just a void. It's actually a nothing. But this hole is probably one of my favorite parts of this little kitchen island setup that everyone's doing. Because not only is it great to have a place for trash out of the way, but to jigsaw stuff over this hole. I know you all know what it is, but it's just so nice to have. It's like one of my favorite things. Is this void. So like being able to jigsaw drill through things and not put all these holes in my oak tabletop is great. And then I have these too. These pull out, they need to be waxed, and they have these little drop down legs, so I can actually run a 16-foot board across here and have a stop on it or just support. So there's one on both ends, and I put this on just these two little bolts come out and this whole thing slides out. So if you're running a full piece of material across here, it won't hit that. I gotta fix this gobbler here. I really have to tighten this up. I threw that together. I put some light in there, and I made these little shallow pockets, which is fantastic because if it were any deeper, I'd just lose everything. So it's a great place for tape measures, pencils.
I go to machine. Does that sound good?
Sounds good.
What's this, Dada?
I don't know, it's just something you can throw at things. You want to throw it? Good. Throw it.
This.
Good. Yep, right at the glass. It's good. That's what I would do. I don't really know what to do with this mess here. It's just kind of a group of things. I need you. Whoa! What the heck?
No roughhousing. You're gonna knock me out.
You are out of your mind. Tell him what you did. Tom!
It's frozen.
You what?
I just froze.
You throwed stuff at me? Are you froto?
Yeah. No, I think we should throw this at you.
I don't think we should throw anything at anybody anymore. How about that? Shop 101! Oh. Hey Jojo, listen man. If you're gonna start parking your trucks here, dude, we gotta have to start charging you rent. 2 trucks? Can't even fit my truck in here.
Yeah.
Taking up a lot of shop square footage. Square footage is valuable.
Square footage.
Right. 2 trucks?
Uh-huh.
And your tricycle?
Yeah.
In my garage?
Uh-huh.
And a basketball?
Uh-huh.
And sidewalk chalk too?
Uh-huh.
How much are you gonna pay in rent?
The other $100 was
The other $100? Huh?
It's funny doing this.
Really, owie?
Uh-huh.
No! Ah! So, I used to do TV commercials, and there was a gentleman I was talking to who was an artist, Paul Kosis, I think his first name was Paul. But he was really nice. We never actually ended up doing anything, but he gave me this painting. And he said it was a painting of an Allentown prostitute. I don't know. I just keep it around. It's become part of the landscape here. I think everybody has one of these buckets. I definitely just need to get this isn't that much. I just need to get one little organizer and get some weird random stuff that I keep. I try not to be a pack rat, but there's a few things I try to keep. This is like a half-hour project, and this is all gonna go right back in the bucket. And then I'm gonna dump it out again when I need one screw or a washer. Bad system. So I'm probably going to use the back of this for a backdrop for my temporary podcast setup, whatever you want to call it. So so far, this is going to get moved back and forth a lot. So far, as I've done it in the past 1 hour, everything has dropped off the back of it 3 times. So I'm going to put an end to it. I'm just going to put these things that have a name to them, and then maybe run a strap across just to hold it up. I'll probably do something more sophisticated later on. I don't really like temporary looking things like this, but there's not much you can't do with a ratchet strap. So, all right. So I picked this stuff up about 20 times in the last day. So already it's way better. So it's gonna work. So yeah, I'll just put some paneling on the back here with maybe my logo CNC'd up top here. And I was just gonna maybe put some old uplighting with some gels. It'll look great. It'll look great. So Beth had to go to the doctor's, and I need to go to Lowe's to get some screws. Camera head. So I've got these guys with me, which is great.
I don't know.
Hey, so just a quick update. We're at Lowe's, and Nikki had a flat tire. I don't know what else to call it without being gross. JoJo's climbing around the car like he owns the joint, and it started raining. So with our COVID line outside and no covering and 2 babies, I don't have a plan. So let's just figure this out. Let's get in there and get out of here and get these babies home for dinner. Yeah. She didn't sit in the front seat. I just changed her diaper, but she's playing with a quarter, which is gross. Like, wait.
Too bad. Question mark. Oh, there.
All right, we made it. Every store is it looks like a ninja hideout, huh?
You want to waste the...
All right, ready to go.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, I think a great way of wrapping up a first episode on a brand new channel, besides cleaning the joint, is to show you guys how I'm actually recording these, because it's actually really important. Because apart from multi-purposing a space, because square footage is expensive, and I wanted to do that, I wanted to keep it all compact, but also I wanted to keep it super simple, because like if something's too complicated, I tend to not stick with it. Like if a diet's too complicated, or a workout program or whatever, and you come out the gate swinging, but then like eventually you just kind of like you peter out because it becomes cumbersome. So like I just wanted a microphone set up all the time. I wanted lighting, a phone. Right now I'm using a phone to record these. I want a camera holder. I want a backdrop. I can just roll into space and plug it in. Boom. That's how my live show setup is. Everything, because it used to be complicated. Things used to be complicated, and then as I started just making it simpler, I found that I was being more consistent and all that. So anyway, let me show you how I made this thing, and then we'll wrap this thing up. Put a bird on it. Okay, we did it. I'm okay. Are you okay? Did we do okay? Okay. So I would love your feedback on anything you saw me do today. What do you do for dust collection? If you can't afford a dust collection system, or if you don't have the power to sustain it, that would be interesting to hear. What do you do? Like, what's your setup look like to keep things organized and simple, and so you don't lose your mind? Also, in the next episode, I'm going to be showing you guys the actual vehicles we're going to be working on: the 2007 FJ Cruiser, a 2007 Toyota Prius. Don't make fun of it because it's good on gas, and a 6x8 trailer that we use for touring, that I want it to be able to convert into a podcast studio and convert back to a tour trailer or podcast while touring. I don't know. It's gonna have to be insulated. It's gonna have to have heat. It's gonna have to have air. Maybe solar power. I don't know. Also, we're gonna be coming out with these every Friday, and if I actually get a subscriber or something and some views, I might do them more often. So you guys will let me know that. And lastly, if you want to support this, so maybe I can get a real camera, just go to flintface.com/merch. We have these t-shirts. We have other stuff. And of course, you can stream all of our music on all streaming platforms. Just search Flintface. All right. I'll see you guys next Friday. Bye.